Hey, why'd you stop so suddenly?
I didn't stop suddenly. I made a normal stop.
I really thought you stopped for no reason.
I'm sure I didn't. Let's call the police to get a police report.
Okay, well, there's not much damage to my car, so I don't really think we need to call the police. Here's my phone number. How about you call me later and we'll talk about it?
No, I still want to call the police. And also, we need to take some pictures and I need to gather your information.
Look, I'll just give you 100 right now to cover that little dent. That should be enough to cover the entire cost and we don't need to report it to the insurance.
Well, I prefer to report the accident to our insurance companies. It's minor, so it shouldn't be much of a problem.
Unfortunately, the average person will get into 3 or 4 car accidents in their lifetime. The good thing is, there's some things you can do to better prepare yourself. I made it a little easier for you by creating a cheat sheet that you can keep in your car. Just go to beyondcollege.org to download it. The most important thing you can do before the accident is carry your updated insurance card in your car. What about after the accident happens? The first thing you want to do is move your car over to a safe area so you can discuss and gather information. Then you want to make sure everyone's okay, including yourself. Then you want to call the police. Non emergency numbers are fine if it's a small accident. Don't admit fault. That means you don't want to say sorry, even if you think it might be your fault. If there's any witnesses in the area, get their information. Then you want to take pictures of any damage to your car or their car and the accident scene. It's very, very important that you get information about the other driver. If you don't, you might end up being liable and having to pay even if it's the other person's fault. So, the easiest way to get information is by taking pictures. Get a picture of their driver's license, their license plate, their car, and make sure you have the year, make, and model of it. And definitely get a picture of their insurance card. If you don't have a camera or phone on you, then make sure you write down all this information. If you do have time, it's really helpful to call the insurance company right after the accident. That way, you can find out if the other person's insurance policy is actually real. Unfortunately, some people carry around fake insurance these days. Also, you can gather any information that you might have missed. Ultimately, it's the insurance company that determines who's liable for the accident, but I found it helpful to know the general rules on who's liable. So, first of all, anyone who makes a traffic violation is going to be responsible. If you rear end somebody else, you'll probably be responsible. The person who's making a left turn is liable generally, and anyone who's negligent, meaning they don't turn on their lights at night or they don't turn on their blinker to make a turn. It's also important to note that if you do let somebody else drive your car, you may end up being liable for their accident. It depends on the insurance policies and also the rules of the state. Drive safely.